Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Stretchy Sundays. Today we're going to be focusing on some shoulder and upper back mobility. So let's go ahead and get started. For the first move, you will need a little dowel or broomstick or something long and straight pretty much that you can grab between your hands. So go grab one of them and then we'll get started. It's just for the first two exercises. So we're going to start with some over and backs for our shoulder mobility. So grabbing your hands nice and wide on that bar, trying to keep your arms nice and straight. I'm going to try and go up and over like so, and then bring it back to the front. Again, we're going to try and move nice and slow and controlled when moving that bar over and back. We're just going to do about 10 reps here, over and back to the front. Again, over and back. You keep going with that one. If you're struggling to find that range, don't go fully over. So we just go back to where you feel that stretch, then come back to the front. If you're not feeling like you can get the full way, go as far back as you can, and then back over to the front. Keep those shoulders down nice and low, up and over, back to the front. We're just going to do one or two more. Over and back, nice and slow and controlled. Remember, you can shorten that range if you need to. Just go to halfway and then come back to the front if you feel like your shoulders don't have quite that much range of motion. The next one we're going to do is grabbing the bar in my left hand. I'm going to chuck it over the top like so. I'm going to lace my other hand in underneath and grab the bar there like that, up as high as I can, and then from there, using my top hand, which is my left hand, I'm just going to drag my right hand out and then bring it back in. And again, we're just going to do 10 reps of that movement, nice and slow and controlled. Try not to lean forward, so keep yourself up nice and tall. Don't push that range. You don't want it to be painful. We're just trying to kind of increase your range of motion you've got within that shoulder just a little bit. So out and back. You might need to readjust your hand, so move your hand back up nice and high, and then push it forwards again. Chest up nice and tall. As you can see, it's not a massive movement. You might not get that far off your back. You may only get there, that's fine. Just go to your range of motion. Try and keep this top hand nice and high. Your hand that's up on your lower back should be roughly in the small of your lower back or the arch there. One more, and then release. And we're going to swap sides. And now I'm going to grab the bar in my right hand, come over the top with my left hand, lace underneath and grab it roughly in the small of your lower back. And then same movement, so pulling over and then back in. So keeping that chest up nice and tall. You may find that one shoulder has more range than the other. That's perfectly normal and fine. Just go to within each shoulder's natural range of motion. Nice one. Keep that chest up nice and tall. One more here, and release. Nice. We're not going to need that bar again, so we can go ahead and get rid of it. Now we're going to do a couple of different pec stretches. So against the wall here, I'm going to have one where my elbow is at 90 degrees against the wall, like so. I'm going to step my foot that is furthest away from the wall forward, and then try and keep my chest and shoulders level. We're just going to hold that movement for about 30 seconds. Trying to keep your hips level and your shoulders level, elbow up at 90 degrees, and hand against that wall as well. So you can use a door frame, you can do both at the same time if you wish. That's fine as well. I like to do them separately to kind of engage one side more, then I can focus my way on the other side. Remember, take some deep breaths in and out, keeping these shoulders turning to be square and neutral. And then releasing. We're just going to swap sides. So I'm going to bring my other hand against the wall, like so. Again, elbow is at roughly shoulder height, so 90 degrees. I'm going to take a step forward with my right leg this time, and push my chest forward. So my shoulders are square and my hips are somewhat square. Holding for about 30 seconds. Nice one, and then releasing. For your next one, we're going to do another pec stretch. I'm going to go back onto my right hand side. This time, my elbow is going to be above 90 degrees. So up nice and high. And then from there, I'm just going to press forward. Again, I'm trying to get to a very similar position to what I was last time. This time, my elbow is just a little bit higher. So shoulders are square, hips are square. Just aim to stretch a slightly different chest muscle or pec. Deep breathing. Shoulders should stay square. It shouldn't be painful. You should feel the stretch movement, obviously. Not pressing it too far. And then you'll release that one. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Come up nice and high, hands up high, stepping forward, and then twisting through your hips and your shoulders. Door frame is the optimal position for this. I'm just using the wall, it's got a little bit of a gap in it to hold that one there. Remember, hips forward, shoulders forward, anchoring that hand back, elbows above 90 degrees for this second stretch. And then we'll come to release that one. Next one we're going to do is we're going to need a bit of a ledge, so again the door frame's optimal position. I'm just going to use my windowsill here. We're going to try and stretch out our lats. So for that to happen, we're going to take a step an arm's length away from the wall, grab onto the wall like so, and then from there we're just going to lean back and then lean into the wall. You should feel that stretch coming down the side of your arm and then down the side of your back. So I want to see you keep your back nice and straight, pressing back through your hips, and just letting your shoulder almost traction out of the socket, or pull out of the socket a little bit, obviously not fully. You don't want to hurt yourself, so just a little bit. It's very hard to dislocate your shoulder anyway, so. Again, hips towards the wall, back's nice and neutral, and then release. And then we'll come over to the other side. You can just use the wall as well. So anchoring my hand on that wall, I'm just going to position myself against the wall. I can push it towards it, trying to reach forward with this hand. One more deep breath in and out, keeping that back nice and straight. Still tractioning away from your hand. And then release. Come back up to standing. Shake those shoulders out a little bit. And we're just going to do a couple more. So this time we're going to be using the wall again. We're going to go kind of a fist against the wall, like so. And this time it's going to be low. And then we're just going to turn our body to try and stretch our biceps. So you can go palm onto the wall if you find that stretches more. But again, we're trying to do a very similar thing to what we did when our hand was high. Except this time our hands down nice and low. We're feeling the stretch more down in through our arm. Again, roughly a 30-second hold. Shoulders facing forward, hips facing forward, my hands back behind me. And then release, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So if you've got a ledge, you can go onto the ledge nice and low. And then twisting away. Feeling that stretch go down through your bicep area and into your arm. Adjust your position if you need. Get those hips forward and shoulders nice and neutral. Nice work, team. And then we'll release that one there as well. We are going to do one more, which is a nice standard tricep stretch. So we're going to get up nice and high, hand over the top, grab the elbow, and then bring it in towards your head. So like that, we're standing up nice and tall, hands reaching down towards the middle of our upper back. Again, we're just holding that position for about 30 seconds. Deep breaths in and out. That's all that's required. And then we'll release that one over to the other side. So hands in the middle of our back. Elbows up nice and high. Feeling that stretch to the tricep, which is the one on the back of your arm there. One more deep breath in and out. And release. That's it for today's Stretchy Sunday. I hope you enjoyed that nice little shoulder release. Hopefully it's released them off a little bit for you to get back into your strength training or that long period of sitting you're probably doing from working from home. Hopefully that one helps, guys. Cheers.